I hate this little pop-up thing that we get.
Got it thing. Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
There is a fly in the room I'm recording in. Obviously, I'm for those of you who listen and watch. I am not in Florida. I'm in New York this week, and I am in a room that has a fly. And when I tell you that this fly is the loudest fly in the world, the microphone might pick it up. It might pick up the buzzing as it flies past the screen. So be prepared, but it's freaking me out.
Is it truly a microphone?
I think so. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Is it truly a bug though? The buzzing?
No, it's my vibrator. I have it in. It's my Fansly vibrator.
My dog's scratching at the door right now trying to get
you know what? That's a perfect segue into my shirt.
I saw that. That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing.
I turned heads. I wore it to the gym and I turned heads at the gym because they were like, you look quickly and you're like, is he have an OnlyFans shirt on? It's like, no. Only fish.
Only fishing.
Only fish.
Honestly, I thought you were wearing an OnlyFans shirt. I'll be completely honest with you.
I would rock one. Even though I don't partake, I would rock one.
I don't believe that for a second.
Why not? I think I might start an OnlyFans.
I'd subscribe.
Yeah.
You're the first person I subscribe to.
No, I'm not gonna do anything weird. I think what I might do is just like take photos of random shit and just see what happens.
Pretty sure you can get in trouble for that. Oh, like random things around the world, like random people.
No, random stuff. Like I won't put people's faces in, and I'll just put the building.
Well, David Dobrik, however you say his name.
Oh, that idiot vlogger. Instagram. Yeah.
Call him an idiot, but his friends had some chick that he had, he's friends with. I think her name's Karina something.
Karina Kopov? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He posted something on TikTok to show how much money she made per month, and it was like hundreds of thousands.
Pretty sure that's Logan Paul's ex-girlfriend.
I think it is.
Or Jake Paul. So, one of the two.
Call him whatever you want.
Well, he is stupid. He's going to court right now. I think he just hired Johnny Depp's legal team to represent him in court because he almost killed his buddy in that. I don't know if you guys saw the video. He would make those viral vlog videos, whatever it was. And he basically attached his friend to a crane. And
I saw that. He didn't kill him though, did he?
He almost did. The guy smashed into the side of the crane, broke like 30 bones of his body, needed eye surgery, lost half his freaking skull, needed steel plates put it. The video is horrendous. It doesn't look bad, but he was basically Jake. I don't know if you've seen the video.
No idea.
Imagine holding onto a rope.
Yeah.
And then Brian operating like a crane.
Okay.
But the rope's attached to the crane and then the crane just spinning.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And he stopped the crane too soon. And instead of the rope spinning, it spun. And then the slack went into the rope and his body slammed into the side of the crane. So that, I know. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. However, that kid, the guy who did that, who slammed in the side of the crane, is now suing David Dobrik. And apparently, Dobrik's hiring Johnny Depp's legal team.
Gotcha. All right. I think I know who you're talking about. That does ring a bell, but I don't know that guy by name.
David Dobrik was famous from Vine, I think.
Yeah, most of the people that's got famous quickly on TikTok were from Vine, but then now it's completely. I think
Logan
Paul
moved
from Vine to TikTok.
Yeah,
Logan Paul is a behemoth, media behemoth. The guy,
most of them are, dude.
Fucking insane.
A lot of people our generation is they all shit on those people, but they're entrepreneurs in their own sense.
Well, they all started on YouTube, right? Didn't they actually start YouTube? The Paul brothers?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I thought they were YouTube.
Then Vine came out and they leveraged what were the Vine 5-second videos, I think.
Yeah, 5 or 6. No, it was 5 or 6. I think it was 5 or 6. It wasn't that long.
And then TikTok, but even the Paul brothers were big before TikTok. They were massive before that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying.
6.5
Ray's a TikToker. 6.5 seconds. Wow, it's 5.5 seconds longer than I would need.
But I hear that.
Hey now.
You mentioned Johnny Depp's lawyers. You see that they're trying to get a mistrial for the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case.
Let it go.
They're saying
that. Who is Amber?
Yeah, they're saying that one of the.
Why would it be Johnny?
Yeah, right. They're
That's
saying
true.
that I think one of the jurors was like not the real juror or something like that. Like
What?
one of those things you can only
What is
find
this?
in TV
What is this?
or movies.
Fucking Scooby Doo? They pulled the mask off and said, "You're not Uncle Harry."
It was some shit like that. Hold on a second.
Hello,
trying to-
Greg. Oh, but I can't. So if Amber Heard's asking for a mistrial, this is hysterical because the evidence doesn't change.
Well,
Like,
it could be a mistrial if it's the juror. They're saying that it was a juror discrepancy or something like that.
It was a civil trial. There was no jury, right?
there
Oh
was.
no, there was.
There
there
was.
was a jury, but they decided unanimously.
Yeah, you pick the jurors before and you both approve.
The jury selection was like
Jurors.
6 months long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say this, Greg. I don't know what it is about your look tonight, but you got a real Scott Eastwood look going tonight. The
And he's
scruff,
saying is he wants to
It's
fuck you.
this.
the hair. I mean,
Should've seen
like
my
you're
hair today at the
gorgeous.
gym.
It's-
My hair
it's the
today at
light that
gym
he
was
has.
fucking crazy. And I look like I have something on my face right here, like I have a mole.
Yeah.
And it's just like the hair grows extra thick right there.
You're gonna be like the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights when the mole moves, like keeps moving.
I
Oh,
around.
he keeps
have
moving
a
it.
mole.
mole, 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 mole.
Oh my god.
It's probably Greg. It's probably because you actually have a light in your room now.
This is the same light I've been using.
Lies.
look crispy.
That is
You look
blasphemy.
crispy.
Swear to God.
You look crispy.
My
like
forehead
fresh.
is hot.
You look like fucking fresh lettuce. It's just unbelievable.
Let's
Greg,
see, I
what
can
we're
go
all
through
saying
this-
is we
I
wanna
can go
fuck
through
you,
the settings.
so.
Still
That's like,
sexy.
ooh.
Still sexy.
Yeah.
Still, you're sexy in every shade. 50 Shades of Sexy, Greg. It's unbelievable. But so coming up to Florida, we were telling, I was, I think did I tell you? I told you this when we were golfing, bro.
Yeah, you told me.
Coming up through Florida, I had to go to the bathroom, and it was like 9:50 or 9:55. Maybe it was 10. No, sorry, it was like 10:25. I said, all right, stop here. I'll run in the Chick-fil-A. I'll go to the bathroom. And so I ran in the Chick-fil-A, and I go in, and there's a gigantic sign at this Chick-fil-A. It's just outside of Baltimore. And I did notice that there was a local school nearby. So this sign makes sense. Because imagine you run a business and there's a bunch of high school kids that come in all the time, use your bathroom, and then leave. They don't actually buy anything. So there was a sign that said, you must be a customer to use the bathroom. And so I figured, all right, I'll run up. I'm hungry anyway. I'll go get like a chicken sandwich or chicken fingers. And while I'm waiting for it, I'll go use the bathroom. So I go up to the thing and I said, hey, can I get a number one chicken sandwich? No. And I was like, why? And they said, well, we're serving breakfast right now. I said, so I have to get breakfast? They're like, yeah, we're only serving breakfast. I said, well, it's 10:25. How long? And they're like, well, we serve breakfast to the next. By the time she got this out, we serve breakfast the next 4 minutes. So I said, so I got to wait here for 4 minutes for a fucking chicken sandwich?
It's going to take you as long to make that chicken sandwich as it would for me to order it.
Dumb. And so now she's like, sir, there's no need to get angry. I'm like, oh, I'm not getting angry. I just want you to admit the idiocy in your statement that you're going to make me wait 4 minutes.
This was
do this.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
See that to me, like if you said like McDonald's, I'd be like, all right, it's McDonald's. They're
That's like a
corporations,
known thing
scumbags.
at McDonald's. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is like the most religious, nicest, like helping people I've ever met in the world.
Not this Chick-fil-A outside of Baltimore. I wish I knew the exit, but it gets better. So then I said, fine, I'm just going to use the bathroom. Guess what she said?
Customers only.
Customers only, motherfucker.
I am a
was so
customer.
angry.
I'm a customer in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I am a
So wait a
future
minute.
customer.
Here's the best part. I sat there and I'm arguing with the girl, and a couple comes in after me, and I said, screw it, you can help them. The couple behind me orders a chicken sandwich. She goes, sure, would you like a large or a medium? And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Because you
4
took
minutes
up all the
passed.
4 minutes. Yeah.
4 minutes passed.
I mean,
So
you
then-
filled the time.
Now, am I an idiot? I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't get a chicken sandwich. And I drove another, I think, 25
See-
miles, and then went to the next stop.
I am so petty. I would have ordered breakfast, waited for the time to come, and be like, I'm sorry, like I can't eat this. And I'd go to the register, like, why? Like it just doesn't taste like a chicken sandwich. And I would return it and get a chicken sandwich and leave.
Ooh.
I just would have went outside,
Ooh.
pissed on their door, and left.
Okay,
And-
Jake, and then you get arrested.
Okay, that's disgusting. You're a criminal. You and
yeah,
Amber
yeah.
Heard. You and Amber Heard would make great friends.
Yeah,
Locked
see,
up
I
for
wouldn't.
what?
I wouldn't shit on one of their beds.
But I mean, but you would
piss on
pee
the
on
door.
a
You
door.
would pull your wiener out in public. Public indecency, public
at 10:30 in the morning.
So I'm just throwing it out there. I think all four of us have done something like that at one
You'll
point or
do
another.
fuck.
So-
No, we have not. None of us have peed on
Never
anything in retaliation.
In retaliation, never.
I agree with
It's
Greg.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Especially
sure.
not in public.
I'm sure.
Jesus, Jacob.
Prove it.
Prove
Prove
it.
it.
Yeah,
In this
where's
court
your
of law,
evidence?
prove it.
I'm gonna go track down all DNA samples you guys have ever let around in the public area
Good luck.
and prove it.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
Good luck.
Because there's a lot of them.
I mean, there's sand pit and hole one of the green course.
In other news, I was at the gym today and I'm on the treadmill. And I'm looking at one of the TVs. I'm just watching whatever's on. I forget what was on. And I'm like
Good
looking around because
housekeeping.
I'm bored. What'd you say?
Good housekeeping.
No. I'm looking around because I'm bored and just on the treadmill getting the cardio going. And to my right, there is a like studio classroom with the mirrors. So like the Zumba teacher can go in there. They can do their yoga class, whatever. There's only one woman in there. She's playing her own music. She's playing techno. And she's probably about 5'2", 165 pounds, and she's swinging a sword. Swinging a fucking sword.
I
Like-
have questions.
Like not
I have
like
a lot of questions.
not
Yeah, to say the
aggressively
least.
either. Like a sort of like taekwondo, like very much a form of a specific way to swing this sword. And I'm like running obviously straight, but I'm looking to my right and I keep stepping on the side of the treadmill and like tripping as I'm watching this lady, and this guy is laughing at me. I'm like, well, it's probably better off if I just fall off the treadmill and hurt myself that way, or I get stabbed by this lady with a sword.
Was this like a legit metal sword?
It was metal. I doubt it was sharp. Like probably just like for whatever martial art. I'm doing air quotes here for those
Fighting-
of you that
Fighting
can't see.
Vecna?
Yeah, she's
Prepping for it.
she's fighting the Demobats.
My god.
But yeah, the full metal sword. It was
That's what I was going to ask. What kind of sword was it? Like, was
kind
it,
of like a samurai sword, but straight. There was no curve to it, and
Sure.
it had like a red tassel off the end of the pommel. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
which gym is this?
This was Crunch.
Belmore or East Meadow?
Yeah, sure. Let's tell everybody where I go to the gym.
Levittown. There's a bunch of them. Freeport, Rockville Center.
Isn't Crunch's slogan like "Come as you are" or something?
I think that's Nirvana.
No.
I think it's just Crunch. Like it says no judgment.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah,
not-
no judgment.
It's not a judgment-free zone.
There is no one type.
And
There is
listen,
no one
listen,
reason.
I'm not going to shit on anybody going to the gym. You could be the skinniest little kid in the world trying to put on a little bit of weight. You could be the fattest motherfucker in the world trying to lose weight. That doesn't bother me. The
Yeah, it's
goofy
no
shit-
judgment.
The goofy shit
Yeah.
people do in the gym bothers me.
That is fucking hysterical though. Like the techno music. She's like a techno Viking.
Yeah, and the techno and she wasn't like swinging it fast or aggressively. Like she was like very like slow and controlled, and like she would get to a point and like she'd hold it and then turn and go the other like, and she's like moving throughout the room. She's working the room, and I'm just like, I swear to God, I hope there's nobody else in there. God forbid they accidentally walk into her doing something.
You know what'd be hysterical is if like the real reason was she was an extra in Vikings or some shit and she was practicing for her role.
I think, Greg, you should go back next time that she's there and bring your own sword and be like, "We meet again," and like just fucking pull out like
I'm
a,
gonna bring,
like,
a
like a
I'm gonna bring a
lightsaber.
lightsaber dressed
Yes.
like Obi-Wan Kenobi with the thing on. I'm gonna shut the lights off, and like it's gonna be red.
Whoop. There can only be one. You make it a Highlander movie.
And then she's gonna hit my lightsaber with her real sword, cut it in half, and then stab me with it.
Oh my god. Locked
Dude,
up
this
for
is-
what? Locked up for what?
This is-
Yeah, it
this
should be able
is
to be
the-
unlocked up for what?
This is the crazy shit I see in the gym.
Well, do you remember? I don't know if the Instagram account's still there. It probably still is. It was like people of Penn Station.
I
I
think
do
it's still
remember it.
available.
Oh
but
my
I know
God.
what you're talking about.
I have to look this up.
I am sure they probably have something like creatures
Oh,
of the
yeah.
gym.
Mick Dojo Life, McDojolife.
Oh my people
is
Penn
a-
Station's real.
It's a hilarious. It's not gym related. It's more so martial arts related, and it's these guys that like there'll be the one where 3 people attack them and they just like put their hands out in front of them and shout, and the guys like go flying. It's these made up martial arts that they think are real.
Well,
And
this
it's
guy's getting kicked in the
hilarious.
nuts. Is the first video I just found.
I
He's
mean,
just
yeah,
getting-
that's a martial art.
It's a way to defend yourself, if anything.
Uh,
But yeah, Mick Dojo Life is a good account to follow for that kind of absurdity.
My favorite absurdity is kids getting hurt. That account is the all-time greatest.
Hilarious. I mean, good thing none of them actually get hurt, but it is
Yeah.
funny to see.
Like drunk people. What is it? Drunk people doing things. Drunk
Yeah.
people things. Whatever it is.
America's
Sure.
Got No Talent.
Yep.
That's another one along those lines.
That's a good one.
It's the kind of thing like
That should be a show. That should be a real show.
it is the show. The show, well, the show is America's Got Talent, but America's Funniest Home Videos is basically
Oh,
the
rest in
same
peace.
thing. It's
Yeah.
people. It's still on.
No, Bob Saget.
Oh, Alfonso Ribeiro. No. Yeah, it's the same thing, just
Or ridiculous.
not on TV. Yeah, ridiculousness is like, I don't know.
I mean, he just goes on the internet, picks apart random videos, but it's kind of the
It's-
same thing in a
yeah.
way.
Yeah, or like Tosh.0.
is that show still on? I never really thought that he was that funny.
I don't think it's still on. The show itself is funny, and he's like very clever.
Yeah.
I watched the stand-up once. It was pretty funny. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty funny.
I think the new guy, like who I feel is spectacular. I watched this special. I ordered it through his website. Is Andrew Schultz. I think he's like
Yeah.
Funny, yeah, he's hilarious.
he's funny as
hilarious.
fuck. He don't care. He doesn't care about cancel culture. He's like, I love it. And then I don't know if you saw what happened with him, but the streaming network, he didn't name the network. Like he kept things pretty professional, but he basically filmed a special. And if anybody knows anything about stand-up, like they don't just go do that one show. They work that set for like a year, travel the country where they get it perfect, and then decide which parts and ones they're going to use for the special. And
Yeah.
so he busted his ass, and he's really been trying to make it. Like he actually blew up with the pandemic because he wound up going viral on like TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. And he completely blew up. And so his special, which is phenomenal, if I can give a plug for it, like you go to his website, you can order it.
Yeah, he's good.
He basically gave it to the streamer that agreed to buy it. And basically they bought the special already. And the streamer said, hey, you need to remove this. You need to remove this. This is offensive. That is offensive. This is offensive. And Andrew was like, no, and used all of his own money, basically his whole life savings, to buy his special back from whatever streamer it was, and then put it out independently on his site.
Wow.
But it's a ballsy move. That is
There's
a ballsy move.
Tom Segura and his wife, Christina Pashitsky, both comedians, both amazing podcasts, hilarious. Your Mom's House, if nobody's listened to it before. They do something similar with their podcast. They do a live show. And the first one they did it. It was absurd. They did some absurd shit, recorded it, put it on this website, and they went to them like kind of with a bit of like caution, like, all right, here it is. Like, hopefully you don't like take it down. And they're like, no, it's gonna be fine. They put it up. It was up for 4 days, and they're like, I guess someone finally got around to watching it on whatever streaming service it was on.
Oh my god.
And they were like,
I guess-
yeah, we can't do this.
I guess they don't know Tom Segura and his wife.
They probably never listened to the podcast. They were not probably present, or not present. I think they did it digital, but like weren't watching what they were actually doing on stream or on the
That's
recording.
funny.
That's great. He's got
But
they
like
have a great segment.
4 days, they're like, this is amazing. I can't believe they're playing this stuff. We could do this all the time. We could do this like
And people finally call card. They're like,
every other
yeah, no,
month. And
no.
then, yeah, I guess finally some intern had to watch it. We're like, I'm not really sure about this kind of thing. But this
Hey,
might
guys.
violate some. I think I got something here.
You guys.
But they have since done a bunch more of them, and they're hilarious and absurd because they can't
That's
put
it.
them on. They can't put them on the podcast because they're on Spotify and like Apple Podcasts, wherever they normally stream. They have to put it on this other website.
Interesting.
They have a hilarious segment. It's what's it called? It's like, is it funny or not? Where Tom Segura just
horrible or hilarious.
horrible, hilarious. Yeah, he watches clips of just people getting hurt and laughs at every single one of them.
Yeah.
The best is like he got his like I don't know the term, like payback, always doing that, and then he had that horrific injury.
Yeah.
When,
That was
playing
horrible.
basketball. Yeah,
That was horrible.
Have you ever heard his like tell the full story of it? Like
Yeah.
I think it was on his podcast and the Joe Rogan podcast. That was insane.
Back to that story about David Dobrik. Ironically, this is how you know your fucking phone listens to you. It was a trending article in my Google. But basically what happened, just to get the details out there, during the crane stunt, Dobrik started spinning the crane too quickly, causing a dramatic fall. This resulted in his last name is Wittick. He needed to go to the hospital after hitting the side of the crane. Wittick had lost all vision in one eye, broke his foot and hip, shattered his skull, and has needed up to 6 different eye surgeries. He's suing David Dobrik for $10 million in damages.
What was this incident?
David Dobrik's a vlogger. He made some bullshit videos and not bullshit.
Anthony really doesn't like the game, but pretty much what happened is they did like a rope swing, but on a crane.
Oh,
and
yeah, I've seen.
they operated it and like they spun him around and he like slowed it down. Like I think he hit into the crane or something. It happened like 2-3 years ago now.
Big oof.
2019, yeah, it says. But this is the thing about Dobrik. It's not his only lawsuit going on right now. He's in a bad case right now that's still ongoing, it looks like. From November 21, where a former fan came forward with footage of Dobrik's friend molesting her while Dobrik filmed it. At the time of the incident, the now 22-year-old was responding to a request from Dobrik for 18-year-olds.
Wait, David Dobrik's 22?
No. The girl in the
20s.
incident is now 22. His crew were then accused of filming girls naked and sharing the footage against their will, groping women at conventions, and even committing rape.
That's nuts.
Absurd. This guy deserves every bit of.
He's such a piece of shit. I hate him.
Every bad thing that happened to anybody should happen to him.
He's 25, and
this guy's a
according
fucking
to
scumbag.
celebritynetworth.com, his net worth is
Celebrity
$25 million.
Take all of it.
Jeff
This is what
Bezos
pissed me off. Like we
wipes his ass with that.
there's some of them you
Take
can sit
all
there
of
and
it
say
and hit him
they're
in the
good,
ankle with a scooter.
That's an interesting topic. What would you choose for punishment for your worst enemy? But it's got to be creatively funny. Like, not like, oh, I want him to die. Like hitting in the ankle with a scooter. What else?
Like his socks are wet. Like steps in water with socks on.
I was gonna say, like,
Walking
wet
on
under-
crushed. Here, go
Steps
ahead,
on a
Jake.
Lego.
I was gonna say similar wet underwear. Have to constantly
Stepping on
keep
Legos,
underwear.
that was such like a normal thing that everyone does. I would say like walking on glass.
24 hours of crotch rot.
I mean, just perpetual crotch rot.
Honestly, constant stomach pains because I have it and I wouldn't wish that on anybody because it
Irritable bowel
sucks.
syndrome.
Hey, Brian, RIP Zantac.
Yeah.
Yeah, food poisoning.
only
No,
thing
it's
that
back
Food
out.
poisoning.
It's back out. Zantac back out.
You trust it?
Do you trust a lot of things that you take?
You trust Roundup?
No. Oh my God. Did you see that?
Did you see the new study that they've figured out?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Go ahead. Share it. Yeah.
So for anybody that doesn't know, Roundup is not good for humans, nor plants. Obviously, it gives you cancer. It's like I forget the
80
name of the chemical,
80% or something like that.
but they did a study and they found that specific chemical in like 80% of adult Americans in their urine. So it's like where the
Wait, say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Okay. So this chemical, which again, the name I forget, this study found it.
I have it right here when you're ready.
What's the numbers? 80%?
It's more than 80% of urine samples drawn from children and adults in U.S. health study contained a weed-killing chemical linked to cancer, and finding scientists have called disturbing and concerning.
And I'm pretty
Jesus.
sure like the main cancer it caused was prostate cancer.
The name of the chemical is glyphosate.
Yeah, I was just
Glyphosate.
looking up glyphosate.
This is an active ingredient in herbicides sold around the world, including the widely used Roundup brand. Almost a third of participants were children ranging from 6 to 18.
It's probably kids
crazy.
playing out in the grass and
Yeah.
that shit.
Right, but like I get that, but how do you get enough of it into your system
To find in
for
your urine.
for it to show up in your urine?
What I want to know is, can I just start
I don't
peeing
know.
in the weeds at my house and stop buying Roundup?
If you have a female dog, that is a great. If you have a female dog, their urine will kill weeds and grass.
Well, you know my dog is not female, and he
Does
just
it
wants
happen?
to kill animals. No,
Oh. It's insane. The
that's crazy.
He's got Xanax in his urine.
you know what's crazy though? It's like this is where I have a problem with a lot of people in this country. They'll look at this and say like, "Oh, Roundup's horrible. We can't trust the government. We can't trust these companies with our lives and our health." But then the same FDA
Take this shot.
take this shot and booster. Yes, sir. Yes, master. Let me put that in my neck. Are you kidding?
You can't go do anything unless you get a. It's either well, I'm not even going to say it because this is going to get banned, but it's either that
It
shot
already is.
Or,
It just happened. We're getting banned.
or a shot of Roundup in the mouth. You take your pick.
And this article, which is actually from the Guardian, it says that children are more heavily exposed to pesticides than adults because pound for pound, they drink more water, eat more food, and breathe more air. Because their bodies are smaller, the ratios of the pesticide in their body is closer than what an adult would be. That's
Interesting.
crazy.
They're
Yeah,
also
but-
outside playing in.
But
you
the
know,
fact that it's
dirt
more than
and grass and shit.
80%
That's
in a
alarming.
study, that's absurd. Like our country is
Isn't there
so
also something
crazy.
that you could find like I think it's on a microscopic level, but plastic and
Microplastics.
like,
microplastics. Yeah,
Micro-
yeah,
they're
in our
everywhere.
pee and our poop because of how much we're constantly doing things with plastic. It's in our
Uh-huh.
food and water and everything.
Yeah, it's
Well,
in every
if you-
single beverage or food container.
If you remember, well, two things. I saw a TikTok of some chick. If you guys can't tell yet, I love TikTok. But I saw a TikTok of some chick that was from Australia, and she came to the U.S. to study abroad, and she was looking for a certain food product, and she found it, bought it, and ate it. And like the night of, she was like sick to her stomach, like throwing up and everything. Looked at the ingredients on the back, and was like, "That's weird. Like, I don't think that's normal." Called her parents or family back in Australia, like, "Can you read me the ingredients in the back of the Australian product?" And it was like 3, and in America's it was like 12.
And all of them you couldn't pronounce.
Correct. So I was gonna say, and this may or may not be true, but if you guys remember when we were in Canada, we were talking about how great the food is, and the waiters and waitresses were like, "It's all fresh." Like,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of like universal health care. Like, we want people to not be going to the hospital because of all these problems and diseases that they get from eating like all this shit. And I'm like, wow, interesting.
So
Here it's all about preservatives and pesticides and making sure
it's fucking ridiculous.
they can produce the most amount of food to
The
bring to
cheapest
the most-
things, the cheapest
Yeah,
things in
possible.
supermarkets are the worst things for you.
Of course.
And with the
You're-
poverty in
yeah.
America, it's just like, oh,
That's
buy
that's
this.
why
But it's like, I want broccoli. Okay, it's like $4 a bunch. It's like,
if
I'll
you
buy Twinkies for 2 for $6.
Yeah.
if you
Oh.
walk around a supermarket, you're supposed to shop on the outsides, not down the
Yeah.
aisles.
Yeah, the center aisles is
Yeah.
all processed food. The
Well,
outside.
guess what, man? Oreos are in the middle. So
because that's where all the outlets are for keeping this stuff fresh in the refrigerated cases.
when I was
Yeah.
when I was in college and I took a marketing class, they and I never knew this. I was young and naive. They tell you that all the cereal boxes are like eye level with children. So when you go shopping, the kids are like, "Oh, I want the cereal with all like the candy and all the marshmallows." Like, if you look where Lucky Charms are, it's like second from the bottom.
The
And like
healthy
you
stuff's
look
up
up,
top.
it's like Kashi, which is like fucking.
I need a
third
stepping
in
stool for
You're
that.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
Anthony still buys.
I'm
Lucky
still
Charms.
on the kid level. No, but
That's all he
the
can reach.
the microplastics story. This is from MSNBC. The research that this story is going, it's trending on the internet right now, is they evaluated blood samples from 22 anonymous healthy adult donors and found that 17 of the 22 had plastic particles in their body. The same group of scientists has found microplastics in meat, milk, and the blood of farm animals, possibly explaining how the materials ended up in their bodies. Here's where it gets alarming. Talk about the number 80%. The finding that nearly 80% of meat and dairy products tested by these scientists contained microplastics.
Good.
The study analyzed 12 samples of cow's blood and 12 of pig's blood, found microplastics in all of them. It also evaluated 25 milk samples from the supermarket cartons, milk tanks on farms, and hand milking, finding that 18 of the 25 contain microplastics. So fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked.
I'm gonna go be Amish.
Let me like
Yeah, right.
one of no one on the podcast, but one of our like friends just had a baby, and we were talking about how when our grandparents or parents had kids back in the day, you didn't give a shit about, like, there was no COVID. You didn't have to worry about wearing masks. You didn't have the internet to Google. I mean, like, obviously there was diseases. Don't get me wrong. I know there was other things that you had to worry
I mean,
about.
they all wore masks during the Spanish flu. But
That was in
fine.
the 20s.
Yeah, well, yeah.
just saying.
But like, you didn't have the internet to Google, like, oh, he's coughing or he's got this. Like, what is it? And they survived and did just fine. Like the internet and society.
They
Yeah,
were,
but
has
that's
they
fucked
were
us.
drinking out of the hose.
But
I
that
still drink out of the
statement's-
hose.
Guys,
And that's why you have microplastic in your blood.
I have to 100% disagree with you because the life expectancy back then was 20 years shorter than it is now because of the shit that they did.
My life expectancy is 55, I think.
Look back what the life expectancy was for an average male adult in 1950.
Okay, what do you think it is?
Uh,
1950.
67.
Brian, you already looking it up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
At-
72.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Oh no, he thought you looked at it's definitely not
No,
72.
We're
No,
guessing.
I
This
was
is
looking at
a
that.
trivia round.
Average life expectancy. I can't
Okay.
spell expectancy.
in 20, my God, dude.
In 1950.
Oh, I don't have 1950. I have 1960.
All right. In 1950, it was 65.
Ooh,
1960 was
67, I was close.
69.
Yeah,
Okay, what is it
nice.
today?
In 2019, it's 78. Okay,
Okay.
so hold on.
20 years.
But you only went up 10 years in your life?
Yeah,
No.
from
Hold on.
1960.
You brought up the 50s, so I said the 50s. That's 20 years of difference.
No, it's not. It's 10.
No,
Anthony,
the
Anthony, Anthony.
bro, you're not listening. The 1950s was 65. Now it's 78. Oh shit, that's 10. Wow.
How do
Thank
I
God-
fucking kick this kid? How do
Thank
I
God-
take him out of this fucking podcast?
Thank God you
Can't.
didn't teach math.
Jesus Christ.
My God. You were a teacher.
Bro, to say that 10 years is not a lot, though, you're alive 10 extra years. That's
Yeah,
a
but
decade.
You would think from the 50s.
Thanks,
to
Anthony.
now.
You'd be able to do it'd be like 60 to like 99.
Like I
Well,
think we'd be
in
in
the
the 80s
50s,
at this point.
But in the 50s, they were actually eating like natural food, which is crazy. They're eating
Right.
normal
Their food
natural
was fresher, but they
Yeah.
didn't have the medicine we do now. We have
Yeah.
worse food, better medicine.
It was
Life
also,
expectancy
you
in
can
2022 is 79.
You
It was
can
also
live longer,
right after one of
but
the
in more
worst-
pain.
it was also
Is-
right after one of the worst catastrophes in human history.
By the
so stats
way-
might be a little.
Wow. Okay. The US sucks because if you look up the life
Canada.
expectancy in
Look at
some
Canada.
other countries, it's so much longer.
Hong Kong's 83, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, with their air quality.
Yeah.
Or are they just killing
Yes.
all the sick people early?
They might be killing all
Iceland's
the sick people.
82.
82.
The
Okay,
cold-
what do you
the
think?
cold
What do you think the
preserves them.
worst is?
The worst is like
It's got to be India.
Mm-mm.
They have a lot of
maybe-
overpopulation. That's the only reason I'll say that.
Central Africa.
I was going to say
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
like the
Yeah,
Congo.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
There's
That
a
makes
lot
sense.
of those like
52.
especially like jungly areas. Like there's a lot of
52?
diseases.
Holy
Man, that
shit.
sucks.
Diseases and the constant warfare that's going on there. With the
What's
constant
crazy- but
genocides
look up,
and
like,
civil
okay.
wars.
In social studies, when we would teach this stuff, we would teach the kids that the three metrics you want to follow of a country's healthcare system is the life expectancy of men and women, but also child mortality. So what's like
Infant
the
mortality rate?
infant mortality rate? Like infant mortality in the United States comparatively to Africa is probably stupid. If their life expectancy is only 52, that's insane.
That's why
And-
people had such big families, just in case you lost one along the way.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What do you do?
I
Tell
mean,
me wrong.
honestly,
I mean,
like,
you're right. You're
Tell me
right.
wrong.
Just
Tell me wrong. Work the
I don't.
field,
I don't know
work
if that's
field
the
and
reason.
have enough to make it through till their adult years.
I do think though that the food we eat now, and to Brian's point, is so genetically modified that it's making us weaker.
Have
Like, I
you
truly
seen the
believe that.
bananas that are like 18
It's
inches.
fucking ridiculous. Do you know that? Oh
Yeah.
fuck!
Fucking
I gotta
love
look
those
it up to be
bananas.
right. I have to look it up to definitely. But this is the way it goes. That I think in a decade or 25 years, there's gonna be no natural bananas left. That they're
I
all.
heard that. I heard that.
It's something weird like that. That the
Yeah.
natural banana no longer exists on Earth.
You know what freaks me the fuck out? How do you
Bananas have
genetically
seeds.
create a banana?
The same way you not genetically, but like you create it in a lab, like a human.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay.
like
I
there
know
is
we
a
can't explain it, but
scientific.
how the fuck do you
I
do
can't.
that?
There is.
They
a
change the
scientific
genome in the
process.
seed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They change the genome in the
someone
seed
much
and then
smarter
plant
than
those
us
seeds.
is doing this.
Much. Or
Some guy
maybe.
goes to work and makes bananas.
It's Gru and a bunch of minions.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get like red bananas.
I'm sure we do.
Tastes like
I mean,
ice cream.
We were all in Canada when that waitress who was very sweet made that point of they have free healthcare and the food's healthier because why would your government want to be responsible for you when you eat bad shit? And it's like
Because
that makes perfect sense.
it makes logical sense, which is why our country doesn't do it.
Fair.
You can't
Oh,
make
Bingo,
money off that.
Bingo.
That's right. You can't make money if people are healthy. They like people having cancer. They like
They
people
like
having heart
people living
disease.
longer and less healthy.
Oh yeah, pumping them up full of medication.
Yeah,
It's unreal.
seriously.
Either that or just food. Or
My wife is going to be the healthiest human being of all
media.
time. She doesn't eat anything that's processed. She doesn't take any pills. She won't even take an Advil for her headaches.
I knew a
Me,
guy
I-
that used to do that. And he used to like buy illegal milk. He's
Oh,
you can't
shit.
have-
That's a real thing.
That's
Yo,
a
that's a real thing.
you can't
buy illegal milk?
Yes, you can't buy unpasteurized milk.
It's
in
a fucking real
the
thing,
United
Jake.
States. So you have to
Yeah.
buy it like on the black milk market.
Yep.
It comes
There's
with
a
like,
whole-
it comes with a layer of fat on it. I swear to
Dude.
God.
Jake, there's a whole, by the way,
wait.
show that you all need to watch is Schitt's Creek. There's a whole episode of Schitt's Creek where they steal and try and sell illegal milk on the black
I
market.
remember that.
Wait, so Greg, you're saying like there's a level of fat above it, so you have to like puncture through like a little like thing.
You have to like scoop the fat because the fat it separates. The fat rises.
So it's like
Just-
Greek yogurt.
It's but illegal. You scoop up the fat, I guess, and then you can pour it because the rest is liquid. It's just separating.
Guys, I found our next business deal.
Yep, we're doing it, guys. We're figuring it out. We're gonna start selling milk. Make
Through
it killing.
crypto. He's a
cryptocurrency, you're
cow.
gonna sell milk on the black market.
Hold on a second. In about half the states of America, the sale of raw milk directly to consumers is illegal.
Yeah.
We got to just find the legal states. That's got to taste like absolute shit.
It's probably like off-white.
Well, that's what like it's funny. We
It is.
you'll
It's
sit there-
like a yellowy kind of like brownish.
You're not sure if it's piss or milk.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's-
yeah.
as we sit there and like we'll joke around people who are lactose intolerant, like they can't have cheese and like milk and stuff like that, but they're actually normal. The human body, we're not really supposed to be drinking the milk we drink. We're the only species of animal
That
on Earth
was
that drinks other species milk.
we're supposed to
not
drink
our own.
human milk, not
Yeah, we're also the
cow
only
milk.
we're also the only species walking around on 2 feet and talking to each other. So if that's the argument, I'm not for it. We've been on the moon.
Have we?
Don't
Don't
be
fucking
that
start,
fucking guy. Don't
please.
be that fucking guy.
No, but the milk thing is interesting because there's also a really good documentary about the food pyramid and how they basically rigged it to increase sales of the meat and poultry industry and
And how fat is good for you and sugar
and
is bad.
how fat's
right.
good for you. And those scientists all came out because their NDA was up. So they all said, guys, this is bullshit. And it got buried and swept under the rug. But the other thing that was part of that study was the whole bullshit that milk makes your bone strong. And they pushed that shit, the Got Milk ads. You guys remember the Got Milk posters
Yeah,
in
that was all
Park
made
Avenue?
up.
Yeah, man.
Hanging on
Made
the
up.
walls.
Wait,
all made up.
Rock.
That's
All made
milk
up.
doesn't make your bones stronger.
There's
Yeah.
no natural calcium in milk. They added it. So
Okay,
milk
but-
does not makes your bone strong. There's no correlation between those two things.
Well,
It
I
just gives
drank a
you
lot of milk.
microplastics.
I drank a lot of milk when I was a kid, and I've never broken a bone to this day.
Oh yeah.
And I was extremely, extremely accident prone.
Well, you
Oh, we know that.
Wait, you said you did you break your nose a bunch of times? Or that's just getting just
The
nose
kid
is-
cut his
Everybody
ankle
knows.
at golf the other day, getting his bag off
Oh
the
my
cart.
God, I ain't cut it. Relax. Anthony, let me share my screen. Because Greg, this looks like the yogurt that went bad where we used to work.
You're good. You're good.
That's how milk, like I think milk. Yeah, look at that. That's gross. Like it is that raw milk?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Why is it bottled? I guess to go be pasteurized.
You don't just get it right out of the teat.
Look at this picture. This guy, Charleston.
So all those movies where people like go drink cow
illness,
milk out of a bucket, it's not real. It's not really that liquidy.
capital illness raises concern in Charleston, West Virginia. The guy's laying on the fucking couch.
Dude.
Like that guy, two images down, he looks like he sells raw milk. Look at that guy.
I
Locked
gotta
up for
find
what?
it. Good see selling raw milk.
Raw milk.
NPR.
Lock him up. I gotta find the clip. Hold on.
2015. Yeah, this is a while ago, guys. This is old.
10 years ago.
What is this guy? What is this guy's? What's his
Sorry.
job?
I'll read it.
Is he a milkmaid?
The milkman.
I'll tell you, have you guys ever
The
had like
milkman
fresh like
pop.
eggs like on a farm, like chicken eggs on a farm? It tastes different.
Joel Gruber is the milkman for a group of raw milk drinkers in Macomb, Illinois.
Yeah.
Here, guys, this is
He's gonna
the
have like one of his fingernail clippings in it, like a Band-Aid.
Hey,
He's definitely not wearing a hairnet.
Oh no, maybe on his pubes.
It's just cold underwear, and I doubt he wears
yeah.
that.
Oh, this is
We're
great.
not,
The clip.
we're not going to be able to show.
All right, here we go.
So you lower the volume.
Look at the cans just sitting there.
Not refrigerated.
Nope.
Look at his face.
Alexis?
I love him.
What is this?
The 12 things of milk that you asked for.
The 12 things of milk. I didn't ask for 12 things of milk. I didn't say things. No, I asked for 12 pints.
Is there one missing?
Alexis.
What?
These are not pints. Pints are little bottles.
Oh, okay, because I was wondering why would Dad order $300 worth of milk?
This costs $300?
Yeah, well, like three-ish.
You got to know a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, $394.40, so I guess kind of closer to $400.
Alexis, what am I gonna do with $400 worth of raw milk?
Sell it
To whom?
to your customers.
I don't have any customers.
Well, then why would you order so much milk?
I
Sounds
didn't.
like this podcast.
You did.
Why are you yelling at me?
Why am I yelling?
You know
tried to
what
do
that
something
reminds me
nice
of?
For somebody, you think I would at least deserve a thank you?
Oh, well, thank you, Alexis. Thank you for ordering an insane amount of milk that I will never be able to sell.
You're welcome.
I feel like that's my dad. My dad could be just
Oh
like him
my
with that
God.
stuff. Like
That is your
dude.
dad, dude. There's a scene later in an episode where they get pulled over. They're trying to play it cool in the car because they have the fucking raw milk in the back. Oh my god! How many years would you get for selling raw milk?
Oh man, raw milk. That's a heavy one.
That's how many you got? 10 to 20?
That's probably
Life
just as
sentence?
bad as January 6th protester. They're gonna put you in Gitmo for raw milk.
You can maybe fine $250,000 and sentence to 3 years in jail.
$250,000 for raw milk
And 3 years in jail for distributing raw milk.
and 3 years.
Oh my god!
This is like roll. You have to like roll 3 times to get out of jail, or you pay $250,000.
Imagine going to jail. What are you in for? Oh, murder. What are you in for? Robbing a bank. What are you in for? Selling raw milk.
Yeah.
Like, do you think his report in jail would be like, "This guy's a fucking psycho"? Like, don't.
Or
mess
is it
with this
reverse?
guy.
Maybe they what you were saying, Brian. They think he's just fucking so badass because he's got
Yeah.
that raw milk.
He's
Don't
he's the
fuck
guy.
with this guy.
He's the guy that knows how to get something. He is Red from Shawshank Redemption. He knows how to get things. Raw milk, yeah, I get your raw milk. No big deal.
Do you think they could stack charges? It's like, how many gallons of raw
Like-
milk did you have?
Like
It's like, all right,
like per container.
yeah, it's like, okay, it's 3 years per like 100 gallons. The guy's got like a whole fucking factory or warehouse full of raw milk.
That's
That's insane.
fucking
That's just how
insane.
much they don't want you like to be able to persist on your own.
I just imagine prohibition days.
Yeah.
Instead of it being alcohol, it's milk. Instead of a
Yeah.
warehouse in the back.
Yeah, just a guy walking around with a fucking uncovered glass of raw milk.
What would you
this
do?
country's fucked.
Like, what would you do?
Everything.
If, like, you
Go ahead,
find
Brandon.
out that like you start dating a girl or a guy, and it's like, so like, tell me about yourself. Like, oh, like I'm very organic, I'm healthy, eat all these things. Like, oh, that's amazing. Like, you start seeing each other, you go to their house, and it's just like raw milk in the fridge.
What if she wasn't that like that and she drank like she like ate not a vegan, not a vegetarian, eats fast food, drinks, smokes, whatever maybe, but
I
she
think-
drinks raw milk.
See, I think that's more fucked up because
That's
like there's
fucking crazier.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sociopath level.
That's
That's-
like, I drink raw milk and I bring a single sandwich to work with me every day wrapped in wax paper. Like, and not like a good sandwich. It's like cheese,
Like olive
one-
loaf.
like one slice. No, there's no meat on it. It's like one slice of American mustard and tomato on white bread wrapped in wax paper
Oh no, that person's a sociopath. You
With,
don't
like,
you don't cross
with-
that person.
with twine, like holding it closed.
oh my god,
like
yep.
that's in a lunch pail
You don't cross
with a
that
thermos
person.
of raw milk. Like that kind of person.
You guys ever
eats-
see It's Always
drinks
Sunny
milk
in,
with pizza.
you ever see It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes.
That's the Penderosas.
Oh yeah,
The
the fucking
Ponderosas.
Ponderosas. The Ponderosas.
What's
Oh
that
my
family? They're all
God.
inbred in Always Sunny.
Ponderosas.
The
I s-
Ponderosas?
Did we just go over that? What?
Yeah.
No, I could have sworn they were different. No,
No.
hold on a second. I don't think that's right.
Doesn't he marry one of them? He marries the one with the snaggletooth, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he's right. Are you thinking of McPoyles?
The McBoyles, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the McBoyles.
He marries. What's his name? Marries one of the Ponderosas, doesn't he?
I
Yes.
thought it was one of the McBoyles that he was
No.
gonna marry.
He actually married her. She moved in with him, and she used to wear those fucking shirts with the unicorns on them. Every shirt had a unicorn.
Margaret McPoyle.
It was McBoyle, yeah.